Thank you both. Well, with me now in the studio, Bundeep Singh Rangar, who is chairman of IndusView, an Indian-focused corporate advisory team. Welcome to Asia Today and BBC World. What impact do you see on the economy, if any, it has to be said? People have really pulled together, haven't they?
I think so. You know, this has been an attack on the symbolic capital of commercial capital of India. Bombay is responsible for 5% of India's GDP, 25 to 33% of the taxes. The Bombay Stock Exchange, I think, is a bellwether of what the reaction is. It's up 3%, 24 hours after the bomb explosions. That, to me, says a lot about the resilience and the immediate impact of these explosions.
There were concerns, though, that projects would either be delayed or postponed. What do you think?
We haven't heard anything to that regard. If anything, the investor sentiment is even more, positive, because this highlights the fact that India can withstand such a shock. If the economy, the infrastructure was not capable, you'd see a dip in the stock market, perhaps a link in the currency exchange and also the bond market. But the foreign currency markets have held strong. I think the bank might have helped there, bought a few rupees to keep the market supply short. And the bond market's been the same. The 10-year bonds are at about 8.4% yield. So we're seeing stability. We've seen India as a maturing, growing economy that can absorb terrorist acts such as this one.
And you think people, clearly did realize that this incident was supposed to create terror and have banded together against that?
I think so. You know, this has been a situation where the attack is one to highlight the problems in Kashmir. Well, that's fine, but you don't find a solution through that. So this is a classic case of a desperate act of terrorism. They've tried this before, 13 years ago in Bombay. They've tried this at the political capital of Delhi with an attack on Parliament. So this is yet another scream, if you may, for some kind of fix, but you can't fix a problem by screaming.
And yet there must be investors out there at least having second thoughts, don't you think? Much is going to depend, isn't it, on the government's response?
Absolutely. I think the government has to make sure that people know it's a safe and secure environment. I mean, Bombay's railway network is 60 kilometers long. It handles about 6 million people at peak hours out of a 16 million population. That's no mean feat. But making sure that people know the infrastructure is there, that security is there, and the investment environment is safe. That is what the government needs to do. Now, it is helped by the fact that, industrial production year on year is up 10%. Some very good reports came out from companies like Infosys and other tech stocks were all up about 5 to 7%. But we got to make sure that's sustained and the country doesn't suffer a reverse rating, if you may, in the midterm.
Bundeep Singh Rangar of IndusView, thank you very much indeed.
Welcome, Mike.